here's the mission. My buddy Earl and I have decided to ride our dual sports all the way from Manila to the remote Cordillera outpost of Bakun, Benguet, to ride the infamous but beautiful trail to Tacadang, and then exit via the arguably harder trail down to Alilem, Ilocos Sur. He's on a Yamaha CRF150 while I'm taking a Honda CRF150L. In case you missed it, last December, I rode Tacadang on my Himalayan 450, suffering a high side before entering the trail and struggling all the way. This time, I'm eager for a revenge ride on a small bike that I hope will be more fun and less stressful. But the price to pay for riding small bikes is that we can't take the highway, adding hours to our journey. To be honest, I'm dreading the ride to Bakun more than the off-road part, but we'll see how it goes. Once we hit the national highways in Tarlac and Pangasinan, I am unexpectedly flooded with nostalgia from my childhood, from when my parents would drive us to Baguio every summer on these roads because T-Plex didn't exist yet. The roads have changed a lot, and portions of it can rival the expressway now, I think.
Okay. Tama. It's just follow. Okay, it's all road. Yung pala yung tinitingnan ko na off-road.
Now that we've covered the distance normally covered by the expressway, we can enjoy the mountains with all the advantages of having a light bike.
Yun, open.
So overall, I found the ride to Baguio without expressways surprisingly pleasant. I'd definitely do it again.
Okay. So we are on Halsema Highway, just about to turn going to Kibungan, and there's 3 hours left on the journey, all in the twisties going to Bakun. Whew, tired because of that seat on the bike.
It was definitely an easier ride than I expected. Just that fatigue factor with the uncomfy seat on the CRF and just the length of the journey. But honestly, no big deal. It would be even easier if I were on like proper dual sport tires, but I'm in full knobby, so I can't really go that fast around the corners. But yeah, all good. Pretty happy so far and excited for the rest of the ride.
Now we turn off Halsema Highway to Governor Badong Dangwa Road, which traverses the Benguet municipalities of Kapangan, Kibungan, and eventually Bakun. It's a scenic route that I first saw on my Himalayan, and I've loved taking it since then, also to avoid the trucks and fertilizer smell of Halsema Highway.
Kasi you can see the road ahead eh. Yun no? So see that? Dun tayo papunta sa bridge na yun.
Okay.
And then aakyat tayo dun, all the way around there.
Oh, so we're going behind this mountain pa.
Yeah, you know, kita mo yun? That road there? That's where we're going.
And then just as we took off again, the sky decided to open up.
Wala naman yata. Oy. Oy. Pero silong muna ako. Oo. Yeah. Sige, let's wait this out. We have time. Pouring rain. So we gotta wait.
Being on full knobbies and having been traumatized by the high side on my Himalayan last time I was here, I went really slow. It was a bit of a struggle even on the small bike for me because this route has a lot of steep hairpins going up and down.
Yeah.
But eventually, the weather began to clear. And what I've learned in my years of traveling in the Cordilleras is that this liminal state between stormy and sunny tends to create magic.
Almost. Wow, full double rainbow all the way across the sky.
We're at the gas station right before the Mount Lubo jump off, which is also the jump off to Tacadang. So we're almost in Bakun, and we have a big full rainbow there. Double rainbow pa. Woo! Eto sila. Naunahan na ba nila tayo? Hindi pala. Ano yun, hindi mo naka-local pala to. Mamay! Meron pa bang ibang homestay aside from yung nandun sa baba? What a long ass day. Budol.
We arrive in Bakun in good time despite the weather and managed to ask around to find an empty homestay. The next day, we're up at about 6:30 a.m. to ride to the jump-off point to meet our guide Ken and tackle Tacadang.
Alright.
It's a beautiful morning as we head out, so I'm hopeful we get good conditions on the trail.
Okay, done with breakfast. Preps, Ken, our guide, is here, and it's time to start the Tacadang version 2, bringing the lighter bikes. I'm still a little bit scared, but nowhere near as scared as I was when I took the big bike and I had a high side, so I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be really fun. We're going to see the view this time. Yeah, it's going to be a great day. And we're going to go down a bit of a harder trail, steep and rocky, a little bit slippery, going down to Kayapa and Alilem. And I've always wanted to see this trail, and I'm glad I'm going to get to do it on this bike. So, yeah, let's do this.
What time is it, Earl? 7:46. Let's go. Gaya ko ng discarding, sat down, steady, feels okay naman. Oops, woohoo, lalim ng ruts. Kaya ng bike. First cut. Hey, hindi kaya. Whoa, really? Yun. Oo. Oo. Yeah, although it's so much worse than it was when I went dalim ng ruts. Woo! Lalim ng ruts. Pero kaya. So, dito pa lang bro, kung naka-adventure ako, medyo sketched out na ako kasi the bike will accelerate eh. Yeah, sirang-sira to compared to when I went. Oh, this is so much harder than when I went. I mean, it's not hard on this bike though. Like, it's just trust the bike, trust the tires. And this is the easy part. Tarik. Yeah, nice, great. Okay then, like talagang sakto for what we're doing on these bikes. And good tires, everything. Yeah, 16 Ks to go. Sira yung road. Steep left-hander. Yon. Oh, it's a rutty aft. Ito yung una kong semplang, alala ko. But this is doon ako unang sumemplang. But it was totally different. Hindi siya rocky na ganyan. It was parang sandy. Wow, ganda dito. First view. Okay, quick stop for the view. Alright. Yes, sir. Oh, look at the mountain today. Woo, waterfall.
Notice any difference from last time? I'll tell you what it is. I have a huge smile on my face at this point.
The serious part is when we start going up that mountain that you see ahead sa likod. So we're gonna go around it and then it's maraming zigzag na steep, like really steep. But I think it should be okay given the condition of the trail right now. Actually nga, it's so daming traction compared to usual. Yeah. Have to remind myself to look forward, not down. Oops, sorry. Bugsak ako. Sample lang ako, sorry. Woo!
I appreciated this moment because from here on in, I would correct the mistake that plagued me the whole ride last time. Not enough throttle. And I have to say that making these mistakes on the CRF takes a much smaller physical and psychological toll than on an adventure bike.
Lumuluwag lagi bag ko. Sorry, taas masyado ng bike, bro. Hey.
Tapos yung paa dito lang yung kanan doon. Naka second gear?
Hindi, bitin lang pala yung
Biritin mo lang,
throttle.
tapos bitawan mo lang yung clutch. Huwag mong alalayan yung clutch. Okay, alalayan ko. Okay, diretso, momento.
Okay. Wala. I was off the bike nung bumagsak siya.
After a couple of minutes and some tips from Ken, I was ready to go again. Now we come to the start of the steep, zigzagging section that I really struggled with last time. Feels good clearing the first section that I couldn't get past last time. But this steep, sharp right-hander was still giving me problems.
Tama yan.
Dito na naman ako hihirapan. Sige, try ka lang. Yes! Solid yun, no? Galing mo, bro. You got it. Pero hindi pa kaya na fear threshold ko tumayo. Alam ko it would be easier, pero kaya naman ng bike. Sige, girl. Yes. Thank you, coach!
Yan, kaya mo yan.
Yes! Yun na yun eh! Yes! Galing mo bro, solid, ganda! That's the hardest part aside from the last. Dude, seryoso!
Once again, the smiles say it all.
Sobrang ba to? Like may traction pero malaki ba to? Ooh. Rocky shit. Basic. Oh, basic. If I do this more often, darating din yung lakas ng loob. As in, after this, yan na yung pakanan to Alilem. Seryoso. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Grabe. Parang times 5 yung bilis natin nung naka-adventure bike ako. Woo! Di ba? Parang yung Tacadang kapag ganito, enjoy lang eh. No stress. Mukhang makaka-uwi tayo Pampanga. Ah, sarap bro. I'm so glad we're doing this. I'm so glad you were game. Dali na pa na Tacadang, no? After ko sumemplang. Teka. Sunod kami. So you can go as fast as you want. Yes! Yes! Wow! Bago kami nakita! Hindi ko yan nakita dati. Grabe view! Okay, let's go! Wow! Ito na yung may view.
Last time around, we didn't have any visibility from this section onwards, so I wouldn't waste the opportunity now to get all the photos. Ken also takes us to the top of the gates for a wild view that we didn't see last time.
Oh, may slide pa dun sa tuktok, oh.
Okay guys, so here's the view going down to the last mighty gate. Remember this really steep part and then the steep uphill. At the back, Mount Oten. Over there, La Union, Ilocos Sur. Over there, the high mountains at the back. That's actually a Halsema Highway, Atok and beyond. So if you look closely here, that's the road we were on yesterday. Coming through from Kapangan, there's Kibungan Poblacion. On the other side, Halsema. So what a view up here. Fantastic!
All right, time to go down the most beautiful and steep part of the trail.
Ano?
Man, I am loving this. Again, you can't see it on camera, but this is a 30% grade. It's so steep that I'm sliding the rear just from using the front brake and the engine brake. This was newly graded when I was last here, but now it's washed out and the rocks are exposed.
Medyo mahirap to akyatin ngayon. Pero kaya. Woo! Oh, it's steeper than I remember.
Marami ka hindi makalimutan dyan.
Oo, pero nakuha ko yan ng isang banat eh.
Pagdating mo doon sa may parang makinis doon,
Oo.
lilipat ka na sa kanan.
Ah, okay. Kaliwa sa kanan.
So ngayon,
Simulan ko sa kaliwa.
kaliwa ka muna.
Wow, look at that. Katakot kahit nakakotse. Whoa, nagsaslide. Woo! Let's go, final cut. Let's go, Earl! Oh boy, this is still really hard. Oh. Yes!
Yeah.
Another one!
Yes, sir.
Grabe yung bato. Grabe yun. Woo! Woo! We did it. Basic, binasic.
After this cut, it's relatively easy all the way down to the elementary school, the traditional end point of the trail, although we'll still have to retrace it all the way back to the junction to Alilem.
Good morning! This is a really pretty part. Steeper than I remember. Yeah. Yay, no worries. Basta naririnig kita, I know you're near. Here we are. Here na. Woo! Break time. Alright. Made it to the school. Sun is up. Time check is 9:40, which is about an hour and a half earlier than I expected. Totally different experience. I'm gonna do more of this. This is so much fun. It's just at the right level of difficulty for me to learn, enjoy. If I drop the bike, it's not a big deal. Yeah. So we're gonna take a break at the school. We're gonna do our little graduation. And we're gonna go back up. So those are last two. That ascent to the middle cut is gonna be a bit tough. And then we're gonna go down by Alilem. Tough on its own right, but it shouldn't be too long. Alright, school time.
To my surprise, we reached the school in just under 2 hours. We take our graduation pictures and decide not to rest too long because it always rains in the afternoon, and the red clay of the trail down would not be very forgiving in the wet. Time to head back.
Making good time. Clouds are just starting to roll in. The way back is definitely going to be harder than it was when I did it on the Himalayan, but we'll get to it step by step. Layo na ni Earl. Wow, ganda ng itsura nung kusan si Earl. Bit steep.
This climb would teach me the limits of second gear on the CRF150L, even with a bigger rear sprocket.
See? We survived an accidental wheelie. And we're here. Oh, bumaba na si Earl. Woo! Okay, ito na.
And let's leave it off there for now. I didn't know it yet at that point, but the riding was about to get a bit more serious. In the next episode, we'll descend 2,000 meters in 20 kilometers as we tackle the steep, red clay downhill trail from Tacadang to Cayapa, ending in Alilem, Ilocos Sur. So, see you on the next episode of Ride XP.